And with at 1st and goal at the 7. Goff now looks to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And follow.
Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. First down, Rivers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Michael Brockers able to drop him for a loss of 4. Rivers now on second down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork. Here we go.
Now Gordon on first down. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the...
play, they picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going underneath for Gordon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now it's the backup Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. Takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Third and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. They'll go with the keeper. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
To me, this isn't even a question. I think that they'll go. When they have a chance to put a dent in the lead, even with a whole second half to play, I think they have to do it. This isn't a risk. This is a necessity.
So they do get 3 points, but that's...
points on the board.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw on second down is gone. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Beckham, 77 yards, and the Rams add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
12.
To throw again. Rivers. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for his running. And got his man. Complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So that right there was his 2nd pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already done that, right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a 3rd again.
Buying time to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Here's Goff. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. 3rd and long. It's Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys were sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Hey, safe!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They go play action here on first down. Going up top for Kupp. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. Value three. Value three.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Going deep for Benjamin. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
12.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Smith to throw again. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
Oh, this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Rivers. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Rivers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. A quick hitter complete. It's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Geno down a throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw. Looking for his tight end Gates, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. He's at the 40. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He was going for Gates, his tight end that time. After the interception, here's Goff. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A first down throw here for Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Go orange. Orange. 5-4.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here, escaping the pressure right. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Flushed out right. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward, eluding the pressure right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal. Melvin Gordon looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Manuel. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Rivers now. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up